What's up, everybody? I am very excited to share this next role with you for a few reasons, and one of them is a pretty major breakthrough for me. So, I have this issue with attempting to be perfect in my photographic life. It's a lot easier to claim perfection in the digital world because you sort of conveniently forget the shots that you fucked up because they just get deleted and you never think about them again. Or even when you're scrolling through, when there's 100, 200 photos, the stinkers you just sort of cast out of your mind. You don't consider them failures. The stakes are obviously a lot higher with film because of the cost, the emotional expense, and so I've had this issue for a long time now where if I don't get 10 out of 10 on a roll that are absolute works of art, I feel like I've fallen short somehow. And a few weeks ago, I shot my first 36 frames on a rangefinder, and something clicked. Maybe it's just because it was 3 times as many photos, or because the camera's so small and so easy to shoot. But somebody told me, you know, you have to sometimes just let yourself go, and if you get 2, 3, 4 winners on a roll, that's a win. And that's kind of a hard pill for me to swallow because I don't know, I'm just not wired that way. Anyways, this roll I end up having the flash unplugged on one frame, and then the mirror got stuck on another frame, which caused a long exposure. And I just wasn't thinking. I knew why it happened. My battery was low, and I didn't change the battery. So I got another frame that didn't come out either, and it was totally preventable. But these shots, I feel, are at least one of them. One of them, I feel, is like one of my top 10 favorite photos I've ever taken. But all the rest are very strong too, and those were enough to carry me through the acceptance level of doing such a dumb shit move on the mirror lockup and the cord being unplugged. So this is a big deal for me. Being able to relax. This was my personal challenge coming back to film. Was, can I be less of a tight ass when it comes to my expectations of myself? And I feel like I'm really getting there. I mean, I still want all my photos to be good, but I'm not kicking the shit out of myself when a couple of them are stinkers. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the photos. I'll give you the backstory on all the people. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. And here we go. So here's the thing that really pissed me off about this flash not firing. I didn't even really want to take this photo in the first place, but I had been standing out there for, maybe 3 nights with 0 interesting people trying to get this roll started. And finally these people came along and they had a really fun attitude, and I didn't think they were particularly interesting, but they were fun, and I decided to honor their request to take their photo, and I figured maybe I'd get the ball rolling. But I didn't want to spend 2 out of 10 frames on the damn people. But they did the job. They delivered a good, fun picture, and then these guys came along. And what's funny about these guys is, like, they are the proof that characters you see in movies actually do exist in real life. And the guy with the glasses kind of down over his nose, he ended up making out with a really pretty girl. I mean, it was one of those 2 in the morning makeouts, but he had known her for maybe 8 seconds. So this next guy, this is when the mirror locked up, and this ended up being about maybe a 10 or 15 second exposure. And he was somebody who I really did want to get the photo done. He's had a really great look. So I sort of got the mirror back down, and I'll maybe tell you about how I do that later. But I mean, this guy's like a baby Lenny Kravitz, and so I go, okay, well, damn, that's 2 frames on the first people, 2 frames on this one. So I got 3 people out of 5 frames now. So I'm like, well, damn, I hope my my odds start increasing here. And then the next day, this guy came along, and he had been sitting near me. This is where I stand these days during the day to grab people to do portraits under the pier. And he had been sitting near me for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and we hadn't spoken. And I heard him talk to a couple of people, and he was very lucid and a really nice guy. And I thought he was a really handsome guy too, considering the condition that he was in. And that's one thing I really enjoy doing is highlighting the beauty of somebody who's maybe not doing so great with creative lighting and posing. And so I threw him a couple bucks, and he was very grateful for that. And I got his photo. Now this to me is probably one of my favorite portraits, especially in this location, but in any location that I've done in a long, long time. I mean, just the way the light landed on this guy, his intense stare. It's one of the first photos I've actually shot up on somebody too, and just everything about this photo really, I mean, hits on all cylinders for me. So, anyways, moral of the story is relax, accept your mistakes, try to make the good photos worthwhile. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you guys later. Bye.